You know, reading it, you obviously think, wow, this is gonna be an epic scene. But when you're actually walking through Chinatown and all these guys, all your guys, start lining up behind you, and then as you come around the corner and you see all the Long Z standing there, it was so much fun. I mean, I have to say, I've never looked so cool. I'm like, thank goodness.
Yeah, it was kind of like how I visioned it, I guess. 50 dudes all dressed up, carrying fake axes, running at each other from the sides of the street. They're having fun.
Even though I have so many fight scenes, I particularly like that one. Just because there's so many set pieces where there's multiple people and multiple things going on in one shot. It's not just me fighting with one person here. There's like layers of fighting. And it meant that we got to work with more of the stunt guys all at once. We had all these extras that we trained up to sort of like be action extras.
And to see them, you know, getting trained and then screaming at each other from across the room, they bring to life the world.
Shooting the Crestwood Dinner was a lot of fun. When we're doing a show that's got so many fights and action sequences, do sort of a mannered scene of high society felt like a departure for all of us.
I was waiting on tenterhooks for this scene, and when it came through, I was like, hells yeah.
Tell me, Senator, you compare the Chinese to the Indians, and I can't help but wonder how the Indians viewed the arrival of our own ancestors, turning up on their shores in droves.
She finally gets to put all of these moneyed, arrogant, ignorant men in their place.
We brought with us God and civility.
You mean because we murdered them by the thousands with bullets instead of tomahawks and spears? I imagine they would have wanted to enact an exclusion act all their own where we were concerned.
We then added this gorgeous little sotto voce where Mayor Blake basically turns to her and is like, she's firing on cylinders that I can't control right now.
Shut the hell up, dude. One of my favorite lines, shut the hell up. We love doing that scene.
I guess you lost her vote, Senator.
She's an incredibly modern woman, and she's seething away.
I knew that that's where my character could get to, and that had kind of influenced a lot of my performance in the earlier episodes.
If you don't shut your mouth, I'll have you thrown out of your own goddamn party.
Promise?
For me, in terms of Liang's character, Langzi is kind of fragile because we have a new leader and she's young. And he knows that I have to support all the way until she's ready.
Father June thinks she's inexperienced, that she's dangerous, and that she's a wild card. I don't think he'll be comfortable letting her rule the opposing Tong very long.
For Father June to have a near-death episode, he started to value life more. Like, we don't need to go to war and risk losing more lives. Maybe it's better to make treaties.
A duel? If the Long Z agree to the terms, so do we.
Well, young June, again, he doesn't have the life experience yet. You know, he's young and brash, and he wants.
We need to move while they're weak. Put an end to Long Z once and for all.
Maybe, but at what cost? How many men?
Living life is more important than possibly getting killed.
And it is settled. Wang Chao, will you see to the details?
Of course.
Who the hell are you?
My God.
Chinese whore. You take my money, I take back.
We cannot judge Atoy by the same standards that we maybe judge ourselves in the more civilized world. She couldn't afford to play fair because nobody was playing fair with her.
Please, she can have the fucking money. What have you done?
You know, in our show, it's certainly heightened.
Save our business.
She doesn't get to go to the bank like everybody else and sign a mortgage. Does she have to find backdoor ways to make a deal? Absolutely.
Go home.
Father June, he sets up a situation where some of the Hotway's best fighters are wearing masks and they attack in the hallway.
This is new.
Ah Sahm does not know what's going on. He's just fighting for his life at that moment.
Ah Sahm will be our champion against the Long Z.
For me personally, I felt that he wasn't still not fully committed to the whole, but he's still hoping for a way out. When he's approached by Father Jun, the mask is going, I don't have much of a choice, do I? You know? So I guess I'll do it.
Will you do this for your brothers, Ah Sahm? For me?
Oh well.